if you're just waking up, and if you're watching later in the day, I hope your day is good so far and it continues to be good. But I'm gonna do, this is the intro, so I'm gonna do the music update first and then the personal update. So for the music update, I had an album back last year in 2024 around February, and unfortunately that album was taken down in about the summer, about June, July-ish, and I had no reason why it was taken down. I wasn't given any reason for it, no email, no text or anything for it. But I do have all the songs still, so if you want them songs on YouTube, then I'll put them out on there. But let me know in the comment section. And so now it's my personal, well, hold on, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have an album coming out this year in December, around June, July. So I'm gonna have a few artists on there as well, but I will not post anything until I have confirmed who will be on it, and I've spoken to them as well too. So now this is the personal update now. So I moved to Vegas back in August, and I'll be moving in with my woman today. And so unfortunately I wasn't able to upload this video as soon as I wanted to because I was just busy. And so hopefully you will like this video, but I am doing well so far. We are great. We have a really great connection and relationship as well. I cannot complain about her at all. I love her so much, like truly. And I do feel lucky to be with her and to like everything with her, truly. So I don't take any time of day with her for granted at all, truly. I really don't. But now this is the now on to the next part. Alright, so now that the update is done, I'm gonna get to the actual video part of it. And so I've been out in Vegas for quite a while, for a few months or so, since August, and it's now January. And so with that being said, it's Sunday, and so the video will go up. I'm not sure when, but it will go up. And so I've been to Nevada Made, that's a really great dispensary off of Retro Austin area, and it's really great. They have really good customer service as well. Can't complain about the people as well. So great. So the first one that I'm gonna try on here is this thing called Buffalo OG, and so I'm gonna put up the description of the actual package now. And so this is a strain that I would typically smoke at times for me personally, because I do love weed, and so this is really a really good strain for you. If you're out in the day and you don't want to become sleepy, you can hit this and then it's fine. And you won't be energized, but it is I'm not sure. I put everything else in the description, I promise. But I hit it at times, and what I do at times, and then it's a really good clean high. You will stay high and consistently high, and so it's a really good product as well for if you want to have something and you smoke it throughout the day. It's really good for that. It really is. So now I'm going to hit it and I'm gonna give you the review about it next. Alright everyone, I tried it and it was, as I just said, it's a really good high. It, like, the come up is not too fast and not too slow. You will not be sleepy afterwards like too much unless you actually will a blunt too. Then you go to sleep. But it's my pipe that my bong that I have, it's only about this big, and it's really nice. So I do like to try out weed first, because whenever you hit from a bong, it actually goes into your system like more better than you hitting an actual blunt, or papers, because it is just pure weed and water and vapors. So with that being said, I'm gonna quickly explain why. So with the bong, you light it and then it will go into the tube, and so with it being hot, the water will activate the other chemicals in the weed, which will add onto the vapor. So whenever you inhale it, you're only getting the weed. And so that's why whenever you cough, you get higher because your lungs are literally trying to catch up to what you have in your system. And so whenever you cough more, you get higher. So with tobacco, blunt papers like vapes, rolos, whatever you have, or whatever you call them, they actually have tobacco in it. So whenever you hit it, you're also getting the tobacco high too, the nicotine high. I mean, so you're also getting your nicotine, so that will go to your system and then leave residue on your lips too, because the actual you're also inhaling the tobacco vapor too. I mean the actual tobacco vap. So that will get onto your lips, and then that's why people all the time their lips be looking like mine or just dark, because that's whatever hit it at too for tobacco. So that's why whenever I try weed, I only try to do a bomb because I want to actually try the actual weed and not taste the actual tobacco or the vap of other stuff like that. Even though it may be healthier for you, like a tobacco wrap, like a hemp wrap, or natural leaf wrap. With that being said, I may actually start doing this more often, but I'm going to do this like about once a week or like once a month, really more like once a month or so, doing reviews like this. But if you do want like to show me actually hitting the bong or like rolling up and like an actual smoke session, I can actually do that for y'all. Just leave it down in the comment section. And so I'm not gonna talk anymore except for a few more things. And so with that being said, whenever you are rolling up, I highly recommend that whenever you break it down, whatever you have, whenever you break it down, I suggest how you lick the actual ends at times. And like lick on one side and then slide it through your mouth like a carburetor. Sorry, I did people. And so, whenever you do that, that will keep the actual wrap or roll, whatever you have, more together. But only if it's like whenever you break it down. If you have a wrap, then you should know what to do then, because there will be a seal on it and one side will be more of an indentation or be folded over. So you will just pack it, put down the side that is folded, and then lick the side that is up, and then just go from the middle to the ends. Do not go from the ends because you need to pack it in. Do not pack the ends whenever you're rolling a blunt. That's my recommendation, unless you're using actual nugs, because you'll get the crumbs and everything else in it whenever you actually hit it at times, or it may fall out. With the nug, it will prevent both of it. And so that's my tip that I do, or my things that I do too. If you want more, then also comment that as well too. So I will also do another strand, and here it goes. The strand that I'm gonna try next is called Hendo Mundo. Hendo Mundo. And so this is one that I've recently tried that is new for me personally. And so some stuff I have never tried before, like truly. And so this is really, really good. And so this was put to sleep more for me personally. And so I'm gonna have a picture of the description as well, showing right now. And so I'm gonna take a hit out of this and do the review. Alright, I just tried it. And I will say that the Hendo Mundo, that is something that is really, really good for at night times, because it will knock you out at times. Because I tried that at night and I didn't want to do anything really. And so I'm not a active person as I used to be, because I used to go to the gym a whole lot, but now I work more often than I go to the gym. And so that being said, This trend is really good at night. Again, I would say that for hitting it, I would recommend doing a blunt because the tobacco with the nicotine high that you get with the wrap or roll or whatever you want to call it, it will actually be more mellow. And so I would say whenever you hit the OG with a blunt, then I would say like you'll get a nice high. And so it's like you'll be like, oh, okay, this being nice. But for the Hendo Mundo, that's how you chilling at home and you just gonna relax. I would say that. But that is my personal opinion about it. And so I've had my own experiences with different things. And so my tolerance may be a little bit higher than most people at times because I may smoke more than some people, or like I just may hit my ball more, so my tolerance may be higher due to that. But if you do want more type of these videos, let me know, comment section, and I will read it again, and I will do what I can. Alright, so this is the football breakdown analysis for me. So this will not be a long video, and I will not have any clips because it is copyrighted. I don't have anyone to get the any video from. But with that being said, I did watch both games, and so I really did like the Eagles and the Commanders game. That was a decent game that was a good game for the Eagles, in all honesty, because the Eagles played to their actual strengths, which is a really good run offense and downhill too. And there was a lot of power running, like up the gut, towards A and B gap. So they will bang outside towards the C and D gap, and then they will go to heavy sets at times, but only because the Commanders, the defense wasn't up to par. And so that's very obvious with that being said, because from what I have seen and heard from other people and personalities is that the Commanders do not have a very good man-to-man personnel, and it showed because they got burned for 20, 30 yards each time there was a man. However, whenever they were just in the base cover 2 zone defense, they got shredded in that too because they were doing the flood concept, which is whenever you will have a a flood concept. So you will have a tight end or a running back flare out to the flat. Then you'll have a wide receiver. The inside wide receiver will run a 5 to 7 yard out route. And then no, I said that wrong, sorry. Not 7, not 5 or 6. They actually will run like a deeper out route. It could be 10 yards. And then the outside receiver, he will run a flare out screen. I mean, a little out route for about 5 yards or so, because they were throwing the ball up under and in between the coverage that they had, in between the zones. So whenever you're playing against someone who was in a cover 3 or 4 times, you want to have more people on one side. So with that being said, that allows the Eagles to have more personnel and to run after the ball as well too, because they have more people on that side of the ball. And whenever your athletes are really great and they are pro bowlers, then they can get some really great yards after the catch as well. And so I would say that Daniels did a really good job of doing what he did. He did his best, but I would say you can only do so much whenever you're a rookie and you have the people around you. However, he did do his thing though. I would say that, but I would say that the defense, it didn't really hold up, and even on the special teams, with the linebacker. So, me personally, I am 24 years old, so I remember the Legion of Boom, and so personally, I would have Duval, I believe Lou Duval, the linebacker, and Wagner playing inside linebackers, because I would have Wagner be more of a coverage guy, even though he isn't really known for that. I would have him be in his zone and not be going downhill as much because he's a small player. So I would rather have him on the back end helping out the secondary. Then you can have the other linebacker aggressiveness just play on the opposite of the running back, because nowadays they will not run the they will go across the body. Typically they will not do like a draw play. I mean, they would do a draw play, but they would not go immediately straight. And so all I can say for the Eagles is just that y'all going back to Super Bowl, and congrats for y'all, truly. But I would say that the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, he deserved more credit for throwing the ball too. Like, he did a good job of that, even though he didn't really throw the he did throw the ball downfield. But I would say that personally, I would like to see AJ Brown more targeted more than about 3-4 times. But other than that, that's really all I have for that. And then for the Chiefs game, that was something to watch, really, because you had Josh Allen, who was the favorite, I believe, and you had Patrick Mahomes as the underdog. So I don't remember the line for it, but I think it was like maybe under 3. But I would say that the Bills defense, it really did show out in the beginning, and it did hold up. And Josh Allen, he could be the MVP, but I can see why people would like want him as the MVP because of what he can do and his ability to extend plays, and then also to create plays and to save plays as well too, because he can extend plays with his legs, like when outside of the pocket, and then hit Knox or his wide receiver downfield. Then he can also save plays if there's a bad snap or if there's a blitz, because he got blitzed quite a bit. There was a lot of blitzes by Spagnuolo, and so for me, Josh Allen did a really good job of commanding the line and also having really good protection at first too, in the first half, I would say. But then as the game went on, I really didn't see it because I don't know what happened. But I did see part of the ending. But I would say that the offense for the Bills, it could be better, because Amari Cooper is an established wide receiver. Everyone knows him. Like, even as a rookie, people were saying that watch out for him. And so whenever you have certain weapons on your team, and don't get me wrong, the tight ends for the Bills, I cannot say anything bad about them, even for some of them, but I would say for scheme wise, I would like to see them do a little bit more mix of a complex and more of a mix of complex and simplicity as well too. So what I mean by that is to have on the left side, have the entire wide receiver run a 3-yard in route, but then have the outside receiver run a 5-yard post route, and then on the back end, I would have the two wide receivers do a crossing route, but 12 yards down the field, so that you can stretch out the actual zones or the man defense, because the defense for the Chiefs was really, really good, but I would say that the Bills players today can also extend plays at times. They can get breakaway tackles, break tackles, and everything goes 2 at times. And then that is my that is my opinion about that. But I'm not a professional at all. I never played college, never even got any offers for it. So I'm just talking for my own thoughts. But I would say that Josh Allen did a really good job, and he did his best. But then Patrick Mahomes, we all know what he can do and what he has done and what he did. And so we saw, well, for me personally, I thought that he was like a little bit hurt because he wasn't pushing the ball downfield as much as I thought that he would have tested the Bills secondary. But he was breaking them, but he was cutting them up with 8 and 12 yards really at times with Kelsey and the other wide receivers too, because Juju Smith-Schuster is a really good wide receiver, like really good. But he's not a main target. We have seen what he can be as a main target back on the Steelers. Whenever Anthony Brown wasn't on the team anymore. So he has really good hands and he can also run really great routes. It's just that he don't have the consistency to really go up like 4 times during a game and like make a really good catch over a defender. He can do it about 2, 3 times, 4 times. I don't really think so, because he can get up there, but not consistently as much as other wide receivers have in the past that were all-time greats. So I'm not taking anything away from him, because he's a really good wide receiver and he has a really great game. But I would say that the Chiefs played to their strengths, and they ran the ball. They also threw the ball too. They just spread out the offense, and so I would say that they ran the ball more than what I thought, and I really like that too, because I saw that the line was moving downhill really good, and I was just quite impressed by that truly. Like the O line for the Chiefs, they was really good, and I really did like that. And so the O line, I would say that for the, I would say, I personally think that the scheme and the execution of the game plan that the Chiefs had was done really well, to be honest, because they stuck to their strength and they ran the ball, kept the ball out of Josh's hands at times, and whenever they could score, they actually did score at times, like most of the time, I believe. And they had some really good like breakaway plays, even from Kelsey. And so I heard this off of a personality. So for the past few years, people have been seeing Kelsey as growing whenever he got older in New England. And what they mean by that is that they see and so what they mean by that is that they will see the explosive plays. And so what they mean by that is that they will see the explosive plays by Kelsey, and they see that he will be really great in the playoffs. He's really consistent doing them, but during the season, it can seem like he's not really fully engaged at times, or he does a little bit of a disinterest because he feels like, and he knows that they'll be in the playoffs, so he want to preserve his body because he's been in the league for quite a bit. And whenever you're tight end, you are asked to block a lot. You go against D linemen and linebackers, and so them dudes, they're big, and so is Kelsey. But I would say the wear and tear on your body, I can understand why you want to preserve your body at times, like truly. Because Kelsey, he has performed at a really great level and consistently too. Like the Super Bowls would not have been happening without him, Mahomes, and Andy Reid too. And people have said that, and I also agree with that too. But I would say that they don't need to really change their formula for winning, to be honest, because for me personally, if it works, it works. Now you can change and tweak stuff, but again, their system works. And so I would say that with the consistency that Patrick Mahomes have with delivering the ball downfield accurately and having a really good run game and a really good O line, I would say that it's gonna it for the whole season they seem well a few teams, but I would say that I've heard this also. I've heard this too. So I heard this from a personality that I really admire and respect as well. And he said that coaches use the first like month or so just to get people in shape at time because people will come out of shape and they want to introduce more schemes or different schemes that they had. And then about the second month or so, that's whenever they are tweaking stuff and doing more stuff and adding more complexities or just doing more of the kinks out. And then by November, December, people have an identity at times, and you saw, and everyone saw this even on Christmas with the Detroit game and the Bears game. Whenever you saw the Lions move the ball down the field really consistently and easily, but then you see the Bears almost fighting for every single yard almost. And I wouldn't really blame the quarterback for the Bears at all for him. Caleb Williams, I wouldn't blame him like at all because he has done his best, and I never played quarterback, but from what I have seen, he did his best. But back to the Eagles, but back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs really did their best, and it really did show because for me, this is what my coach would like. This is what they would say. It will be good on good because you had a really good offense with Josh Allen and him, and you had a really good offense and defense with Mahomes and the Chiefs. So I would say that outcome, I would have given Josh a really good chance to win. I really would have. Like I thought that he could have won the game, but everything didn't happen. Then he would have won. But I'm not gonna make a Super Bowl prediction here, but I would say that the Super Bowl is gonna be very, very good too because you have a really good O line and the Eagles and in the Chiefs as well, and the defenses for both are very, very good. So I would say that it's gonna be a real battle and a really good game between the two of them. And so thank you for watching, and comment down below if you want anything more or if you like this. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.